All right, y'all. We secured the bag. Little, little baby espresso. Time to down this thing, and believe it or not, this is a double shot. We'll drink it and go bloop 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 bloop. That was a Mario reference. On the road again.
I'm Chance with We Sell Broken Bow. Appreciate you tuning in.
All right, and another beautiful day here. Today is June 16th, local election day, and beautiful day to get to rolling and show you around what is going on today in Broken Bow and Hochatown. So let's get to cruising. All right. Beautiful day. Today's a Tuesday. And not even going to lie, this past weekend it was pretty good weather and tried getting up and around, and man, it was just so dang packed in Hochatown and Broken Bow, which is really a good thing, but man, for someone like me that used to being up here in the weekdays, it's not a lot of fun hanging out in the traffic and all, but anywho, definitely means the economy here is popping. Been up to a whole lot. Have a closing today that's a little sobering, if you will, and that I helped these folks purchase this cabin maybe 3.5 years ago, and they hit me up not too long ago, said, "Hey, Chance, life is kind of changing for us, and it's ready for us to move on to other ventures. Sell our Broken Bow cabin for us." And that's exactly what I did. So closings today. Have another couple good clients under contract right now, working through inspection due diligence period. Have some funny stories. Funny story is this gentleman's a for sale by owner and just a Looney Tune to deal with. And so it really doesn't matter if the property that you're looking at is listed by an agent, a broker, for sale by owner. We can help you with it all. We can help you negotiate the best deal, the best terms, or just frankly get you through the contract and get you through the transaction without you feeling like you've got to pull your hair out working with some of these Looney Tunes. What do I mean by Looney Tune? Well, this guy has this property listed at $849. In his ad copy, it's very, very, very descriptive, and he included description of how it was recently appraised at $1.1 million, and it's the best thing since sliced bread in Hochatown, and super proud of this cabin. And don't get me wrong, it's a pretty cabin and really awesome lot. And as a matter of fact, I could throw some clips in of this property that we have closing today on Basswood in memory of the sellers and new owners that get to enjoy this thing. And we'll also throw in a short clip of this. May as well throw in a couple clips of these cabins that we have under contract, and one on Sweet Gum up here in Hochatown. So this month will be looking like a good month for us. probably closing about $2 million of real estate up here, which is definitely a decent month. I'll get to continue being able to afford rice and beans and rice. Wanted to get out and show you what all's going on in Hochatown, maybe continue chatting about some of the things that are going on. Supposedly there's an amusement park in the works. Hochatown Casino and Resort, Choctaw Casino and Resort's in full swing and probably here shortly ready to release their plans for their next phase since the newness is worn off. Yeah, I think it's fair to say the newness has worn off. And supposedly here in the next year or so, we'll look forward to seeing some professional quality biking trails. More on that to come. The highway is definitely advancing. They're working a lot on the highway, and thanks to Samson and the company he's working with, Seagoff, it'll be interesting to see how the expansion of the highway alleviates the traffic issues that we definitely have up here. Been working on these, really more so this old 1967 C10 truck that I have, short bed, old classic hot rod, and I have a court date set up for, I want to say July 1st, where I'll have hopefully get a court order to get my title corrected, where I purchased this old vehicle and this old C10, and the last time it was titled and tagged was, what was it, 2010, so 16 years ago, and one of the characters is not in accordance with the actual plate on the truck, meaning on the title it shows as an 8, but in all actuality it really should be an S. So a clerical error, supposedly that happens from time to time. I can pretty easily prove that the vehicle should actually be an S on this character rather than an 8. So hopefully that's an easy fix, and I'll be able to get the C10 on the road, pretty much roadworthy and ready for action. And then we'll start working on the 1967 Coupe de Ville. We'll get to roll through Broken Bow in style, as if we're not doing it already. So this character that's this for sale by owner, where I'm representing the buyer, for sale by owner, is cooperating with us and agreed to pay our commission, or most of what we would consider a more normal commission. I'm not going to divulge the contract details necessarily, but all that to say, feel good that these buyers of ours found a property that they feel good about. And it has an awesome pond, nice little boat dock, and a little paddle boat, nice deer feeders around, and some really nice gravel laid around to give some good landscaping effect. And the gentleman's done a pretty good job maintaining the property, keeping up with the property, and without going much further, divulging stuff that we found in the inspection, really not much to be majorly concerned with that couldn't be rectified, so we're working through that. And let's see, have a gentleman coming up this weekend, probably looking in the $1 to $2 million range, looking for a super fat, juicy tax write-off. That is, in fact, what we help folks with. I do not give tax advice. I can't quantify the tax savings, of course. Can't touch that with a 10-foot pole, but of course it's my job to basically be aware of some of the moving parts in what motivates folks to buy up here, and how it affects them economically, financially, their taxes to a certain extent. So I try to be careful advising folks on that. Of course, recommend folks before they get so serious shopping up here and spending a ton of time. You know, I'm glad to show folks a handful of cabins, but I really ask that you get with a lender. Make sure you're aware of what the down payment is that a lender's going to be looking for. Make sure you're aware of basically what the monthly payments are going to look like, what the loan structure is going to look like. If there's any lender requirements on how little or how much you must occupy the property, those are things to be aware of. And then get with a tax personnel that can help you come up with a strategy as to how you're going to, or if you're going to, depreciate the cabin for your taxes. So we can definitely recommend you to one of a handful of lenders and tax folks. So that's stuff we can do for you. You know, it's kind of interesting. It feels like it's been summer for a good month and a half, but it's just been so rainy. You have to kind of dodge the rain and dodge the weather and find the perfect time to get out, which some folks are doing, and glad for them. All right, here we're passing on the left Captain Hideaway's Jeep rental and side-by-side rental. Definitely check them out if you're looking for a little something to do. Get your hair blowing in the wind. I've pulled in here in the Three Creeks Reserve to give a quick glimpse of Three Creeks Reserve on these videos before. Here's this, what used to be, I want to say, an 80-acre little ranchette of some folks. They sold, and it almost seemed like an RV park resort was going to pop up there, and for whatever reason, they've been holding off, so who knows what's going on there. Maybe we'll stop in this, what's going to be, I hope this semi can stop in time for me. Stop in this, what will be soon I want to say salon, and probably more oriented towards the ladies. We'll see if they wouldn't mind me doing a quick little run through in it. Maybe another time, y'all. Miss Joanne respectfully requested me not do a video in there today, as they're kind of working on getting everything unboxed and all their materials and tables and everything else that, you know, needs to be done to open up a salon and stuff. They're kind of in the early stages of getting everything set up and letting folks come in and kind of test some of their services that they have. And nonetheless, now you know where the future salon and the day spa is what I think they're kind of calling it and operating it as. So newest salon and day spa in Hochatown. I mean, what an awesome location they got there, and there'll be a future series of development there for commercial stuff. You know, I may hop in here to the Broken Banana and get a little espresso action. Ooh, that's a pretty Malinois. So, how are you? Oh, I'm good, thank you. Can I please have an espresso? A double espresso, if you will? Sure, please. And I am a local, if that helps me at all. That'll be it. What a deal. Thank you so much. All right. I guess I got elotes. Espresso. I know they have much more than that. Frito chili pie, Frito burrito, urban cowboy burrito, walking taco, Tejas burrito, broken enchiladas. All right, y'all, we secured the bag. Little baby espresso. Time to down this thing, and believe it or not, this is a double shot. We'll drink it and go bloop, 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 bloop. That was a Mario reference. On the road road again. Summer, it's prime time here. I find that in the summer, more folks are booking their reservations for their cabins more so in advance than in other seasons, like winter, for example. And so had a good friend holler at me recently, because folks down in Dallas, I encourage them to holler at me when they come to town and are looking for the right cabin for their friends, family, all of that. And when I can help folks negotiate a good deal, a little bit of a discount, I can. But what I'm saying is that in prime time here, especially when these cabins are booked out in advance more so, and the ones that are super cool, super unique, awesome pond, awesome pool, really cool setup, above average, those cabins are less likely to extend discounts. And so I just say that to say, if you and your family and friends want to come up, get good availability and as good of a deal as possible, highly recommend coming up in the weekdays. Also, if you're looking to shop for property up here, highly recommend the weekdays, especially if it's a holiday time, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, any of those, and even the holidays in the winter and fall. Highly recommend weekdays up here. It can be more enjoyable, dealing with less traffic is all I'm gonna say. So everyone up here that's working hard, making the world of Broken Bow and Hochatown go round. So many folks go unnoticed that really make a big impact in this world up here of Broken Bow and Hochatown. And so there's a lot going on up here, and odds are, even if you're a cabin owner and even if you're up here every other month or every other weekend for a couple days here, a couple days there, odds are you're really only seeing a sliver of it, even as small as this town is. So it's a pretty cool place to be. I'm super grateful and super privileged to be able to do what I do for a living up here, representing buyers and sellers. So we appreciate y'all's trust. Live a decent life. Enjoy this one life we got. Enjoy time with their friends and family. Enjoy this creation that we got here. Thanks to God. And that's all I'll say, because I'm about to pull into the gym here, get a quick little pump. That's what we're up to. I see a buddy of mine and his red truck up here. If you're watching and you own a cabin, the name of his company is Revive and Renew, where he cleans roofs and windows and a lot of exterior property maintenance. And I'm gonna see if I can fit in up here. See, Beaver's a cool spot. I really don't hang out there very often. Might find a desire to get out and see what the nightlife is about, like once a month, every other month, something like that. And Hocha Slice is a new little business, obviously going to be bringing pizza around here. And anyways, let's see what Mr. Robert's talking about here with Revive and Renew. We'll probably be collaborating on a video or two here before long. And so anyways, it's middle of the day here, Hochatown, Tuesday. This is what we're up to.